Hi guys, I'm very glad you joined me today because today is a video I'm super excited for. I look forward to this collection launch all year round. It's my favorite collection that China Glaze does all year. This is their fall collection and it's full of all of my favorite kinds of colors. I just love fall tones. There are 12 new polishes in this collection. We have a mix of creams, metallics, and shimmer, and a little bit of like micro flaky going on, which is really exciting. And this collection is called Fall 2018 Ready to Wear. So this is definitely fashion inspired and I'm really excited for it. I purchased this collection at 88beauty.com. Here's how it is spelled out, and you will also find the link to that in the description bar below if you want to go get these where I purchased them as well. So we're gonna get into this review going in alphabetical order. Before we start, in case you're wondering what this is on my lips today, this is this little mini that I got from a ColourPop mini set. It's an ultra satin lip in the shade Two Lips. So that's what that is. So let's get to swatching. I'm so excited about this collection, you guys. I loved it. We're gonna start with one of the most unique polishes in the collection. This polish is called Aut-Umm, I Need That. So it's the word autumn, but they split it up and put a hyphen in the middle. And this is an exciting polish because China Glaze has been offering us a few polishes in some collections recently with some micro flakies. Basically a micro flaky, I mean, there's actually different sizes of micro flakies, but a micro flaky is a level right above a shimmer. So it looks just a little bit larger, but it's not big like a flaky where you can actually see it and, you know, you can still see a microwave flaky with your naked eye, but you have to look really close. So they're just a little bit bigger. And they've been kind of shifty things. So it's really exciting for me to see something that's more in the indie polish realm come into a mainstream brand. So I really love that. And this first one is so interesting, you guys. So it starts with this very deep kind of mulberry base, and then it has this gold to green shifty micro flaky, but in the bottle I also see teal. I think it's a mix of a few things in there, and you guys, it just looks so beautiful. So 2 to 3 coats. I just did 2 coats for you today, but if you do a third coat, you're going to build up even more richness in the base for the like the shiftiness of the flaky to bounce off against. And so it looks good both ways, 2 or 3 coats. It's just so beautiful. So if you're looking for like something unique from China Glaze, this one, this very first polish we're looking at, is the one in this collection. There's some other really beautiful polishes in this collection. Another one that's a micro flaky that I would say is quite unique like this one, but this is probably the most different from, you know, most things that China Glaze releases. So this is Aut-Umm, I Need That, and definitely a top pick for me. Another top pick purely because I love the color. This is a beautiful swampy kind of militant green cream, and it's called Central Parka, and the color is just so beautiful. It's a slightly smoky green, and there's actually a shade quite like this in the Orly Fall collection, but this one's more green leaning and that other one's a little bit more smoked out. So they are different from each other. This one's got more of a green punch to it while still being somewhat smoky and subdued. It's fantastic at 2 coats. The color's great. Everything I want in a beautiful fall green. It's so great. So this is Central Parka, another top pick. The next polish up is the first metallic that we're going to look at today, and they did a twist on a silver metallic and made it a slightly purpley silver. This is called Chic Happens, and yeah, it's basically just like they took a silver metallic, put a pinch of lilac in there, and it just makes it very appealing to me because I love purple. It's a very bright, beautiful metallic, great at 2 coats, pretty much this whole collection. We have a few nearly 1 coaters in here, but yeah, just as a consistency, just for consistency, I did 2 coats on everything today. So this is Chic Happens, not like my favorite out of the collection, but I still did enjoy it because they put some purple in there. The next polish in the collection is the one matte polish. We have a satin coming up, but this one's matte. And this is called Haute Blooded, and it's a shimmering polish, so it surprised me that it was matte, but it's their formula that they've been doing once in a while that has a beautiful shimmer to it, and then it dries down ultra matte, and it's like, whoa, that was a surprise. This polish is also basically a one coater. I got done with the first coat and I was like, well, I don't really need to put another coat on here, but I wanted to show you guys how it goes on to give you another chance to watch the formulation. So I did 2 coats, but it's super great at just one. I really like this polish. With a top coat on it, you probably have a bunch of things just like this without the top coat. You know, I would say the number decreases by quite a bit if you want to wear it matte, and it's a beautiful just kind of cranberry shade, and I really liked it. So I would recommend this one as well. Next up, we have the mustard shade in the collection. This one's called Mustered the Courage, and this polish was actually late to be received by the online retailers. So this one was the one that I was waiting for a while in order to be able to swatch the whole collection for you. What that means, I do not know. I didn't have staining issues with this, so that's really nice. But as you know, we all stain differently with different things. So if this is the kind of color that does stain you, a very richly pigmented mustard sometimes does, just, you know, take precaution. As with anything in this collection, wear your base coat if you're worried about it. This has beautiful formulation. It gets great coverage in just 2 coats. It applies just like the rest of the creams in this collection. They all have kind of, I don't really want to call them runny, but they're going towards that direction. They all have nice pigmentation, so they're getting like really good coverage at 2 coats. So you're not going to have any trouble with streakiness or anything, but they're a little bit runny. So as long as you're aware of that and just adjust and don't have too much polish on your brush, you'll be okay. But I definitely did notice that across the board that they had the tendency to try to run right off my nails. So anyway, this is Mustered the Courage purely for the color alone. I really do like this a lot, and so I would recommend it. And if you go to the website that I purchased them on, you're getting them for just $3.25, so it's a pretty good deal. Next up, another one of my favorites out of the collection, and this is another polish that has a micro flaky. It's so small. It looks like a shimmer. It's just larger. It's just a larger, more fleckier looking shimmer, so that's why I call it a micro flaky. This is called Pay It Fashion Forward, and it's this beautiful purple, and the purple has this lovely gold and kind of rusty red bronze shimmer micro flakiness going on in there. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I really like this one as well. For a mainstream brand, this is just something really fun. So I'm glad to be able to tell you that there are a few polishes in this collection that aren't just like your plain run-of-the-mill, so bored because I just saw that yesterday. This is definitely one that is different, you guys. So it's not like you've never seen a polish like this, but perhaps you haven't seen that many from China Glaze or like, you know, other mainstreams like OPI for sure like this. So I really like this one as well. There's just a whole mix of colors going on in the base here. So enjoy this at 2 coats. Pay It Fashion Forward, another one that I recommend to you out of this collection. The next polish in the collection is the kind of satin out of the collection. It didn't get fully matte, but it's definitely not glossy. This is called Pleather Weather, which makes sense that it's this kind of satin, this soft, not fully like dusty, chalky looking matte. It's just a soft satin shade, and it's this beautiful gray. And this polish, this was a little bit streaky on the first coat, and I got a little bit concerned about it, but it evened up nicely at the second coat. You could do 3 coats if you wanted to. I didn't do 3 today. I found that it evened out okay at 2, but you could certainly do 3 and it wouldn't hurt anything. None of these formulas are excessively thick or anything like that. So you decide what you want to do with it, but I did enjoy this. You guys know I love a good gray, and the fact that it's kind of satin makes it fun. So I like this a lot. I love the fashion theme with this collection. They took the thought into it to actually make a pleather looking polish, calling it Pleather Weather. So I enjoyed this one. Okay, next up we have the first of 2 blues in the collection. It looks like this. Isn't that joyful and beautiful and so stunning? And the other one is the one that I have on my nails. Spoiler, it's amazing. Okay, so this is called Sample Sizing Me Up, and this color It's just so beautiful, you guys. It's a dusty blue with it like a tiny pinch of, you know, going towards a teal. There's a little bit of green in here, and it's so stunning. The formulation, I practically had coverage at 1 coat, 2 coats, and you'll definitely be good to go. It's a cream, so it has the same formula as the rest of the creams like I was talking about before. And the color just makes me so happy, you guys. So I was really excited to see this in here so that it wasn't all just like, you know, browns and very dark vampy shades. We also had something like this. So love it, and I definitely recommend this shade. Next up is the kind of copper bronzy metallic. So this is the other metallic in the collection. This one is the kind of more particly metallic, where the first one we looked at was more like with the linear brush stroking look metallic, where it's more of a luster finish metallic. So this is called Swatch Out with an exclamation point. Oh, they're getting intense with this shade. This is really nice in 2 coats. I wasn't surprised to see a shade like this in here. By now I have quite a few just plain copper metallics. It is still very nice though. As you have seen as we went along, if I had anything to share with you that I thought was kind of similar, I shared with you some swatches side by side. So anyway, Swatch Out, it's a great, beautiful, kind of not intensely bright copper metallic, and it did good at 2 coats. They did offer us a palette cleanser in this collection, and it is an off-white with a pinch of blush in it. Just a pinch though. It definitely doesn't look, but in comparison to a white, it's slightly like mauvey rosy leaning. It's like a tan mauve rose hybrid mixed into a white. That's what this one is. So this is called Throwing Suede, and it's lovely. I mean, I guess I kind of wish that this one were a kind of satin finish as well, because that would be really cool because it's called suede. But it's not, it's just a cream, but it's beautiful too. So, you know, China Glaze does have a lot of kinds of colors like this. They all are slight variations on each other, but they do already have a wealth of off-white shades. In any case, I thought it was a good addition to this collection, because it does really give you a palette cleanser. Like if you were just starting out, my goodness, if this was my like first collection I ever purchased, I would be pretty darn set, because it gives you just something from everything, and this is your palette cleanser. So I really enjoyed it. Great at 2 coats. Throwing Suede. The next polish in the collection is the 3rd metallic, and this is a kind of charcoaly metallic, but it has a tiny hint of green in there, taking it away from just plain old metallic dark gray. This is called Vest Friends. It's not ultra green, it's just a pinch of it, and that's what's, you know, like when you put it up right next to a dark gray, that's the way that it's leaning away from just the straight up gray. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit of something to make it a little bit different. So this is great at 2 coats. This is another one of the kind of particly metallics, just like the copper, and I thought it was beautiful. I wasn't like absolutely crazy for this polish, but I thought it was pretty, something fun to wear if I want to change from one of the other bright, beautiful shades. There wasn't anything wrong with this polish, it just wasn't my fave. The last polish is the other blue that I alluded to earlier, and it's just this incredibly beautiful dark deep navy that I quickly fell in love with. This is called You Don't Know Jacket. Again, this formula, it gets nice and opaque at 2 coats. It's on the runny side, so especially with a polish like this where it's very dark, you could find yourself making quite a mess with this polish, so just don't overload your brush. Wipe off like more than you would normally think to wipe off of your brush before you go into paint. But I thought it was so beautiful, and thank you for putting a deep dark navy in this collection. So excited about it. So you guys, this is the whole collection. All 12 pieces. Did you love it as much as I did? I'm so happy to just be able to gush about this collection. I like this even more than the Halloween collection, which we just looked at a few days ago. With that collection, I really did like it, but with half of them, I was just kind of like, you know, take it or leave it. I'm not totally bowled over by it, but every piece here I just could totally find myself wearing. So I'm very, very happy with this collection. Let me know down in the comments below if you've already bought them, which ones you got, if you have a favorite that you know you just can't live without. Let me know, sound down in the comments, and tell me which ones are your favorites, you guys. So I really appreciate you stopping by for this review. I hope that you found it helpful. That's all I'm ever trying to do, is show you guys what formulas are like and what these colors are like and how they're going on my nails, so that you will know what to expect before you purchase. So thanks again for stopping in today. Let me know if there's a collection you've had your eyes on that you're really wanting me to review. I always like to hear from you guys what you want to see swatched. I will see you back for the next review very soon. Take care. Bye.